Hey performance golfers, Matt Walter here, the wonderful Vanderbilt Legends Club, and we're going to drop some knowledge on you today, and we're going to do a flamingo drill to get you in the right place in the downswing. So here's how we're going to set up to get ready for the flamingo drill. It's a great drill if you have an issue with upper body tilting too much side to side, or if you struggle with balance. So I've stole the name of the flamingo drill from a buddy Tony of mine, but I've been doing this drill for a long time. It's a great way to, one, learn how you can best create speed, because depending on which leg you stand on, you can learn how to generate a little bit more club head speed with better balance. So some players are better at it with their lead foot in front, and some players are better with their back foot in front. It just kind of depends on who you are as a golfer, and so you're going to have to dabble with that a little bit on your own. But for today's purposes, I'm going to show you how to do the lead leg, and I'll follow up with a couple hits on the trail leg. And you can also do some with your feet together. It's not a flamingo, it's more like a post. But the point of this drill is, I see a lot of players who maybe have some too much lateral slide in the downswing. So instead of generating enough rotational velocity, they take and do a lot of lateral motion. And so once you create a lot of that lateral motion, your pelvis slips out in front of your torso, and you can fall backwards behind the shot. The issue with this is it creates a lot of inconsistency in the strike at the bottom, leading to tons of chunks and push hooks, and makes it really difficult to create a lot of snapping force with your lower body to create club head speed. So effectively, this drill, like I said, can be done two different ways. You can stand, well, what you want to do is you want to put the ball right in line with your toe. You want to stand with your lead foot in front, your right foot barely touching the top of the ground, so you're on the tip of your tiptoes, and your knees are touching together. So we don't want out, and we don't want up in the way, we don't want way back. Have them touching, let that knee rest, or sorry, that toe rest gently. You might want to stand just a little further away if you need to, so you don't want to crowd up on the ball and try and swing up and have all those issues there. So we get set up. We're on our lead foot, on our tiptoe, and all we're going to try and do is make a golf-size swing that we feel like we can do in balance. Whoop. So even there, I was falling a little bit forward, so we want to make sure we get a little bit better balance even for the old pro here. So we get set up again, another little swing, and there we go. Get yourself a little more centered. So what happens is, as soon as you start to swing the club around your body, you're going to feel if you have too much slip and slide in your golf swing. Now, if that's too difficult to start with, I have variations to this drill. So you can set up, and instead of having your tiptoe on the ground, you can plant your foot, kind of go heel to the top of your right toe, left heel to right toe, and then you can space your feet out a little bit, and you can go more flat-footed. The more you get your feet out, the less you're going to learn from it, but the more balance you'll have until you can get your feet together and then ultimately just on one leg. So we get set up here. Now you're going to have a little bit more stability, but you're also still going to feel that little side to side. So we have to really be careful how much you let yourself step out, because that's just not going to serve the right purpose of the drill. Now, for the other players, or maybe the left foot isn't a good leg to stand on, you don't feel like you can create club head speed, so let's try it with the back leg. So we can get set up. I would put the ball just inside of your right toe, have your knees touching again, your left foot is on its tippy toe, and you swing away. Now for me, that one feels like I'm handcuffed and can't really move at all in the golf swing. So I really don't like doing the right footed one for myself. So you will tell right away which one allows you to make a good golf swing without the feel of falling on your face. And so the purpose of it is to help you get a little bit unstuck, if you will, with your torso and your hips, because now we're going to stay a little more stacked with our upper body to our lower body as we swing through. It's a great drill, I would tell you, for your irons or your wedge game. It's not something we really want to do for our driver, so it's going to be a good way to learn how to get a good descending strike on the golf ball. So as we develop this more balanced rotational swing, what you should feel like is that this drill will come easier to you. You'll be able to develop a faster club head speed, you'll be able to feel more in balance, and so with all of those added benefits, the consistency of your strike should go way up. And so one last little tidbit I have for you is that if you're struggling just to make contact, and this drill is really difficult for the beginning golfer or the high handicap golfer, and you have a really hard time keeping your balance and hitting the ground, take your tee and tee it up just a fraction so it's a little bit off the ground and a little bit easier. And if that doesn't help, start small. Go shaft parallel to shaft parallel, and don't try and be the hero, but try and be balanced. And then as you gain balance, push your speed limit. So what I tell a lot of my players is your balance dictates the speed limit of your golf swing. You can swing a golf club, in my opinion, as fast as you want, provided you have great balance. So that's where we want to take this drill to. Start where you can have a good balance position through the swing, increase size of swing, increase speed of swing, until you can start making some really aggressive moves at it, and then you know you're a master of your golf swing. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, leave a comment. I'll get up there and answer it for you. Answer any question you got, see how I can help you on the YouTube page, and we'll get you some more videos here coming shortly. So enjoy, practice hard.